news, the chilling video just
Wow.
the takedown
I
of the deadly
I
shooting on
captured it.
campus, the suspect, a professor. In New York, the shooting outside a synagogue on this first night of
That's
Hanukkah,
bottom
and
logo.
this powerful cross-country storm right into the east. First in Las Vegas, the images just in tonight, that takedown of the suspect on campus, a longtime professor elsewhere who was turned down for a job. And authorities say he had a list. Whit Johnson standing by in Las Vegas. In
Las
upstate New
Vegas.
York tonight on this
Yeah.
first night of Hanukkah, shots fired outside a synagogue in Albany.
About Las
Tonight,
Vegas,
state
I
police and
have
the
a dish
National
as
Guard
well.
now on alert. Senior investigative reporter Aaron Butersky standing by. Tonight, the Israel-Hamas war, and just in what Israel
Oh
is
my
now
God.
considering what they might
David,
do inside
when
those tunnels
this
in
war
Gaza,
is
where
going
they believe
to
Hamas
be
operatives and leaders are
postponed?
hiding. James
It's
Long
almost
in
Christmas
Israel.
and
In the
it's
U.S.,
New
this
Year.
powerful cross-country storm moving from
It's
the
also
west, 10
the
states right
lunar
now
Chinese
under
New
winter
Year.
alert
My
for heavy
God.
rain, snow, and damaging winds. Then this all moves quickly right into the northeast. When this hits, Rob Marciano tracking it all. In Texas tonight, the young woman with her husband. She is 20 weeks pregnant. Her doctors say her health is in danger because of complications. Going before a judge in Texas after being told in that state she cannot have an abortion. Tonight, the judge's ruling and how the state is now responding. The race for president tonight, former President Trump in New York with a
Is
civil
this
fraud
kind of
trial
really,
again,
really like a
skipping the debate. The
misusage
four
of
candidates who want to beat
their
him for the
like
nomination,
our
trailing
own
Trump by
female
40 to
bodies?
50 points, and only one candidate willing to take on
See,
Trump.
their
John
protesting
Carl on the
level.
moment. Tonight, the on-duty
But
U.S.
I
Marshal
feel like we are
arrested
helpless.
following a
We are
Delta flight from New
not
York.
useless,
What
but we are
he's
helpless
accused
as
of. The scare
not
involving
as
actor Chevy
dominant
Chase, his
force in the
fall off the
society, like as
stage
a woman,
right in the
as a
audience.
writer.
Derek Huff from Dancing with the Stars revealing
Oh,
a
who
medical
is this?
scare for his wife, the emergency surgery. And what happened 82 years ago today? Tonight, for the
82?
heroes who have gone back. America strong. World headquarters in New York. For a
I
job
like
at the
the other
university's
tie,
business
David.
school. Officers with guns drawn rushing
And I
into the
wonder
building
why
looking for the
he
shooter as students were hiding in
changed his
classrooms
tie.
hearing gunshots. This is the
Oh,
newly
David.
released surveillance video
I just
tonight, the moment
fasted it.
officers took him down,
40
finding him
hours
outside the building. The gunman chasing an officer
after
around a
the
patrol car, the
last
officer then returning fire. Tonight, two of
episode
the
of the
dead now
news report.
identified. Patricia
Oh, who is
Navarro,
this?
an assistant professor in the accounting department, and Professor Cha Jing Cheng, known as Jerry. Tonight, authorities say it is unclear
Whoa,
if
David,
they were
that's a
intentionally
perfect
targeted, but they say the
pronunciation.
suspect did have a list. ABC's Whit Johnson leading us off on the scene in Las Vegas tonight. Tonight, authorities releasing this chilling video showing the moment the UNLV gunman was taken down by police. You see the suspect in the long coat, armed with a handgun, chasing one officer around a patrol car before that officer returned fire, killing the suspect.
These two detectives are heroes. Though, what could have been a bloodbath?
Authorities reveal arsenal, including 9 magazines. 67-year-old Anthony Polito was a former professor who had applied for a position at UNLV but was not hired. 67-year-old Anthony Polito was a former professor who had applied for a position at UNLV but was not hired.
Oh my God, Jesus, what's going on? That was a professor. No, that's not a professor to be. So he's like a
Paul
really,
Whittington was in one of Polito's classes
oh,
at East
yes,
Carolina,
yes.
where he taught for 15 years.
He kept a running log of every single negative thing that a student said about him.
Yeah.
And one of the things that always stood out to me, it made me
So
uncomfortable,
this is
was
anxiety,
he would try to
anxieties
figure out who
in the
wrote the negative
societies,
feedback.
in
In his
every
writings,
level.
Polito dove deep into conspiracy theories and mysteries, claiming he had decoded messages from the infamous Zodiac Killer.
Oh my God! So they send
After
they
hearing
send
the
the
first
Asian
shot,
police
Senator
officer,
Mike Henderson
Asian
barricaded
American.
himself in a classroom with others, then calling his father.
I said, Dad, I have to go. If this is the last time we talk, I love you. And then
Outside,
I saw someone who was face down. It looked like he had been shot in the back.
and tonight we're learning about some of the victims.
Financially, there was an eviction notice actually taped to his front door, and that he'd applied to a
Thanks,
number
John,
of jobs at
for
Nevada
being in
University,
Las
but
Vegas.
was turned down at all of them. David.
With Johnson, we're also following a developing story in upstate New York tonight on this first night of Hanukkah. The alarming scene when shots were fired outside a synagogue in Albany. Preschoolers were still inside. Tonight, state police and the National Guard have been put on alert. Here's our senior investigative correspondent,
thank
Aaron
you.
Butersky.
Police said shots were fired outside Temple, Israel, and Albany around 2 in the afternoon. Jessel was in session and put on
Oh, there
lockdown.
are so many
The suspect is a
gunfights. What are you
28-year-old
doing?
local
Hey,
resident
what are you
who was
doing to the
walking
cup?
around
I was seeing that
outside
green
the
thing.
synagogue,
You got it from where?
acting very
Panera?
suspicious.
No,
According to witnesses, he fired
McDonald's.
off
Oh.
a round from his shotgun while making threatening statements.
Nobody was hurt. The shooter taken into custody.
We were told by responding officers that he made a comment, free Palestine.
Since the October 7th start of the
What?
Israel-Hamas war, law enforcement
Palestine?
agencies have warned of a spike in anti-Semitic and Islamophobic crimes in the U.S.